Welcome back to One Brain Ops Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. We're at Part 4 Endgame. And as mentioned, I'm going to be splitting this up, so this video will just be the preparations for Endgame, and then I'll have another video for the first battle of Endgame. So if you want to watch that one, it'll already be out. If you're watching this, they're going to be released. I'm going to have them set up to release at the same time, so watch that one next after this. Anyway, let's go ahead and get prepared for Endgame.
Ike and company managed to evade their persistent foes, finally arriving in Cien, the capital of Benyan, the Tower of Guidance. According to the creed of the goddess, which has been taught across the continent by Benyan, this is where the goddess Asherah will appear during times of great crisis to lead the people to safety. As even the smallest child in Benyan knows, the tower is sacred and mere mortals may not enter. With the world edging toward catastrophe, the tower glows like a pillar of pure light, as though to pierce the very heavens.
Yep, more false sense of urgency. Oh, yep. Scrimmier's already here, which means Micaiah's group must be here. Yep, that's some growth from Scrimier. At the beginning of Part 3, he of course would have just rushed in. I do love that. It's like, Ike, now that you're here, why don't we just have a look inside, just us? Nope. Oh. Okay. That doesn't sound good. Mm-hmm. Alright. Well, here we are at the base, so let's go ahead and get into info conversations. So there's a lot of them to go through here. We'll do them in the order they appear on screen here. So if you recall at the end of the last chapter, we met Renning. Turned out he had been given the Feral One drug. Rayson was able to heal him, essentially. And yeah, you'll get this conversation here if Bastion, Lucia, Alencia, and Joffrey are all alive. Pretty sure it's impossible for Alencia or Joffrey to be dead. Maybe it's possible for Joffrey. Anyway, let's go ahead and view this conversation. Yep, Renning is back. Yeah, it's interesting, because, like, technically Renning, he's been, away for 3 years, because he's been, captured, given the Feral One drug, etc. But technically, he was the heir to the Crimean throne and the commander of the Royal Knights, so really, he could claim either Alencia or Joffrey's position if he really wanted to. Okay. So, yeah, from that conversation, we do get Renning as a unit. He's a gold knight. He's almost completely level capped. He's very capable. We're not going to be bringing him, but you can if you really want to. Next is this conversation with Stefan, and actually, the interesting thing with this is that you actually do get this conversation, even if you don't recruit Stefan. So in that version, I don't think he has his name. Or maybe it's just the name of the conversation is like Stranger or something instead of Stefan, but you do still get the conversation, and it's... the other interesting thing is that if you recruit Stefan with Leith or Mordecai with transfer data, it's revealed in the recruitment conversation that Stefan has no idea that people have been turned to stone or like what's going on, so That's kind of interesting too. He just kind of like saw people wandering through the desert and decided to follow them. Anyway. Right, and this line, so the boy who's always with Ike is obviously Soren. Or the little girl who stays by the Queen of Crimea, that's referring to Amy, Khalil and Largo's adopted daughter. So, yes, this is revealing that Amy is actually branded. Yep, this is also important to note. It doesn't necessarily mean that their parents are a Bjork and a Leguse. It could be, a grandparent or great 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 grandparent or something like that that was a Leguse. Right, yeah, they can sense what we are, and this again goes back to the whole like Leguse identifying people by scent sort of thing. And by the way, when that came up in the last base, I didn't mention it then, but I'll mention it again now. That is how Ranulf identified Zelgius as the Black Knight as well, and he alludes to that himself in that battle dialogue. If you have him fight the Black Knight, as I did. Right, and the other thing too is like if you recall back to part one, Moram figured out right away that Micaiah was one of the branded. And if you recall that base conversation with Vika in part one as well, she was, uncomfortable around Micaiah and didn't understand why Micaiah made her uncomfortable. And it's easy to just read that as, oh, Vika's just awkward and whatever. But I think it's actually a subtle hint about Vika sensing that there's something different about Micaiah, that she's not just a ordinary Bjork, but maybe she doesn't understand that Micaiah is one of the branded. Yeah, that is, that's pretty sad, actually. Okay. So, yeah, that conversation gives us a lot of insight about the branded. Um, Moving on now to dragons. This is another very big story conversation. Let's just go ahead and view it. So, yep, Kurth and Almeida are back together again, the children of Degencia. Right, and by the way, this dialogue is exactly the same if Peleus is dead. So, in that one she's grieving his loss, and this one it's like she's just upset because he won't talk to her. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, and I won't explain it again here because I've explained it so many times. Yeah, you can just tell, like, the guilt is just eating her alive. Oh. Yep, good question. Okay, so this is a little bit... I've always had a little bit of an issue with this statement from Nasir and what he's about to follow this up with. It seems like he's just kind of guilt-tripping Almeida for no reason. And, like, the logic that follows from this is correct, ultimately, but there's a lot more to it. It's not just Almeida's fault that all of this has happened. Anyway, let's just go ahead and read what he has to say. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we fought a bunch of red dragons in that last battle. Red dragon feral ones, that is. Okay, and this part of it, like, Nasir is being rather hypocritical here, because the canon outcome of Path of Radiance is that Ike defeated the Black Knight, and in that version of the game, Nasir himself joins Ike as a playable unit. So he joined in the Mad King's War at the end, just as Kurth Naga joined this war at the end. Anyway. So, yeah, they were already going to join us, even if we didn't view that conversation. But yeah, we will have Ina and Kurth on our side. I'll talk about them in a bit. Now this conversation with Kanagus. Yep, so we get the Irvan, which is Grail's axe that he used at the beginning of Path of Radiance. It is the SS axe. Ike can actually use it if he gets his axe rank up to SS, but we're going to be giving it to either Nolan or Jill. And then, yeah, this conversation, I mentioned this as well when we recruited Volk. You have to pay him 3,000 gold to recruit him, but it unlocks this conversation where he's going to give Ike more than 3,000 gold. Right, and the story that Ike is referring to, so for anyone who didn't play Path of Radiance or chose the wrong dialogue options in Path of Radiance, the story that Volk reveals to Ike in that game is the story about Grail having touched the medallion and the Dark God, i.e. Yune, making Grail go berserk. He basically killed everybody in their village. He killed Elena, which is Ike and Mist's mother, his wife. And then ultimately, there's more to that story that we'll see a little bit later as well. But Volk revealed that part of the story to Ike, as well as telling him that after that all happened and Grail, came to himself again, he made the decision to hire Volk to kill him if he ever went berserk again, so that he wouldn't hurt anybody else. Volk said, well, I couldn't possibly kill you because you're way too strong, and so Grail made the decision to essentially mutilate himself to sever the tendons in his right hand so that he couldn't use a sword. And that was a way of ensuring that Volk would still be able to take him down if it ever happened again. So that was the reason then that Grail could not fight the Black Knight when the Black Knight tried to give him Ragnall, which was the only weapon at that time that could pierce the Black Knight's armor. Grail refused to take it up because he could no longer wield a sword, and the Black Knight didn't know that. And then Ike, having heard that story from Volk, told the Black Knight that in their fight in Path of Radiance, which is why the Black Knight chose to then let Ike win that fight so that he could continue to train and be worthy of Grail's legacy. So, that's what Ike is referring to when he says, "I would never have known about my father's past." Anyway, continuing on now. Okay, sorry, I had to cough there. I'm still getting over a cold here, so I do apologize. Editing this video is going to be really fun with all of the coughing and, sniffling that I'm doing. Anyway, yeah, we get 20,000 gold out of that, so we only had to pay Volk 3,000 to unlock that conversation, so it's worth doing even if you're not planning on using Volk. Okay, so just to go over it here, we do get Kurth and Ina, and they're actually going to be forced to endgame. They're not actually very strong if you look at their stats. Yeah, dragons in this game are way stronger in cutscenes. And Ina is a red dragon, meaning she attacks with physical damage, but if you look at her stats, like, her magic is significantly higher than her strength, and that's due to the white dragon ancestry that she has. Nasir is her grandfather. So, yeah, neither one of them are particularly useful, really. We also got Renning, as I mentioned, who does have an SS in swords, so he could use one of the SS swords if you wanted him to. And we get Kanegas and Gifka. So Kanegas is the king of the Beast tribe. He has Form Shift. Extremely strong unit. Use him if you need a strong unit. Gifka, his right-hand man, is pretty much just as strong as Kanegas. The only downside is that he doesn't have Form Shift. But he does come with a Laguz gem, which will allow him to stay transformed for the entire battle when he uses it, and it has 5 uses. There are 5 battles left, so the only downside is that you have to use that on turn 1 of the battle with him. Otherwise, he's just as good as Kanegas, so use both of them if you need them. And the same goes for Volk, wherever he is. I passed him, I think. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, he's also extremely strong. Talked about him in the last battle because we used him a little bit, so feel free to do that. So, for the endgame preparations here, the first thing I'm going to do is XP. So, we've been mostly saving our bonus XP throughout the game for this exact purpose. So, I'm going to do certain characters first. I'm going to actually start off with Jill. So Jill, I believe, has... And I didn't look up the HP caps for these units, but she's only got skill and defense, and I don't know if she can gain HP as well. We're about to find out. I'm going to give her a level now. Okay, so she didn't have HP cap, but she's guaranteed those 3 stats. And we're going to keep leveling her here. Okay. Yeah, and this is why I stopped like, training her near the end of that last battle is that she only had these stats to gain, so it's better to give her bonus XP levels. Okay, and she's still... yeah, she still hasn't capped any of them. Again, I don't know what her HP cap is, so maybe she's capped HP, but anyway. But we're just going to keep going and just get her as close to maxed out as we can. Okay, now she has capped skill as well, so it's just down to HP and defense. It looks like she's only 1 point off on defense. I'm going to just look up what her HP cap is. Okay, so yeah, I did look it up. So 55 is her HP cap. So she actually just has defense that's not capped, and she's got 2 more levels to gain. Her defense cap is 36, it appears, so yeah, she'll actually be guaranteed just defense on her last 2 levels, and that's true if we level her up through battle XP or bonus XP, so we're going to stop leveling her now. We're going to move on to the next unit, which, next I want to do Nolan. Where are you, Nolan? Okay, Nolan, yeah, I think he might be capped HP as well. If not, he's very close to it. But he's only got strength, skill, and defense not capped otherwise, so we're going to go ahead and get him those stats. Yep, sorry about that, deselected the window there. Okay, so he's still gaining HP, but that's okay. I'm going to just pull up his caps real quick. Okay, so yeah, his HP cap is 68, so now he's just got HP, strength, and defense that he can gain. Okay. And now he's just got 1 point of HP, and he's got defense. And his defense cap is 30. Okay, so yeah, he's level 14. So if I gave him 1 more level of bonus XP, he'd cap everything right now, and then he'd just get no ups the rest of the way. No stat gains. However, if I leave him alone, he's guaranteed to get both HP and defense within 2 levels. He may gain them both when he hits level 15, or if not, he'll gain one of them, and then he'll gain the last one when he hits 16. So I'm going to leave him and let him finish through battle. Okay, Z-Hark. Again, I'm just going to pull up his caps here on this end. Let's go ahead and give him 1 level. Okay, and that caps his defense. So now, let's see, how far off is he on his magic and luck caps? So his magic cap is 20. He's got a ways to go for that. His luck cap is 30, so he's only 2 points off of that. And then, like I said, HP 55. Okay, so those are really the 3 stats that I don't need him to gain anyway. HP, magic, and luck. I mean, obviously HP would be kind of nice, but yeah, we're just gonna leave him now. Z-Hark is done. He's capped everything useful aside from HP, so we're good there. Probably gonna end up giving him all 4 levels here, but I'll just do one at a time. And yeah, his HP is capped as well. Rolf has a very high HP growth. It's it doesn't say it on this page, but I believe it is actually the highest in the game, him and Edward, if I recall correctly. Okay, so continuing on. Oh, I am out of bonus XP. Dang. Yeah, I ended up having to give Jill a lot more than I thought I would. Yeah. That's a bit annoying, but, yeah, I'm not gonna have enough to give anybody else a level. That's okay, though. Let's go ahead and move on from here, and we'll gain some bonus XP from, the last few battles we fight, so, oh, but can I actually give to Barn a level? Yeah, I can. Okay, let's give him a bonus XP level. But yeah, because I use so much of it throughout the game on certain characters, I'm kind of, yeah, I'm just out of it now. But, that was actually a great level for Tabarn. Anyway, yeah, I will, try to level up the remaining people with bonus XP where I can. But if they don't, like, okay, Mia, like, if she gains some levels in battle and I can't, like, cap her resistance, it's fine. Pretty much everybody that I'm bringing is in a good spot anyway, even if it's not, you know, perfect. And I am guaranteed to get Nolan and Jill to, be completely capped in everything if they just gain a couple levels, so that's good. Alright, next thing to look at is, skills. So, the first thing to do is we're going to remove, all the skills from the people we're not bringing. And, okay, Ike obviously doesn't need Blossom, so I'm taking that off, but anybody with skills, so we're not bringing Scrimir. Okay, so those can all come off. Not bringing the Sala. We are bringing Marcia. Yeah, I'll keep... Well, okay, I'll decide on Nullify in a bit with her. We are bringing Jill, and again, I'll kind of play around with the skills for the people I am bringing once I get through everything here. Oops. Okay, not bringing Leanne. Not bringing Vika. Not bringing Nyla. Not bringing Shinin. Not bringing Gatry. Not bringing Boyd. Okay, not bringing Heather. Not bringing Volig. Not bringing Mist. Not bringing Titania. Not bringing Aaron. Okay, we are going to bring Tabarn. I know, however, that I am not going to want Savior on him, so I'm going to take that off. And we're going to give him just another skill. I don't know exactly what yet, but we're going to assign it to him shortly. Okay, Mia, Rolf. I'm actually going to take Dragon Foe off of Rolf for the moment. We'll assign this to somebody later. Not bringing Racing. Okay, Ilion is coming, but we're not going to need Discipline or Paragon. Okay, Nolan is coming. We're definitely not going to need Paragon. And I'll just take Renewal off. I may end up giving it back to him, but just kind of going to decide on that in a bit. Okay, Z-Hark will remove Beast Foe. Peleus, again, we don't need Discipline and Paragon on you. Okay, Ranulf we're not bringing. Okay, Volk we're not bringing, and, yeah, Stillness, we're going to want to take off of him. That's a useful skill to assign to somebody here. Lucia's not coming. Gifka's not coming, so we get another Nullify. Panagus is not coming. Okay, And then, yeah, Kurth and Ina are forced to endgame. So, yeah, and that's the end of the list. So, should talk about their skills a bit here. So, Night Tide is, all the dragons have, like, stat boosting skills for adjacent units. So, anybody standing next to Kurth in battle gets a boost to their defense and resistance. That is the least useful of the dragon boost skills. Ina's is extremely useful. It increases strength and skill. And the strength boost is the really big one there. Ina also has Boon, which is incredibly useful, which returns anybody standing next to her in normal condition. That's going to be big because some of the enemies, some of the bosses we're going to be facing have like AoE silence attacks that it'll be very useful to have Ina around. And then she does also come with Miracle and Renewal. I might take one or both of those off of her, but we'll decide in a bit. Okay, so for the characters I'm bringing, Ike, we're going to give him Nile back. He's going to need that. Soth is going to be the one who's going to take Stillness for me. So this will make it so that as long as another one of my units is in the range of an enemy, it will go for them instead of Soth. And that is absolutely what I want, because Soth is probably the weakest unit that I'm going to be forced to bring. I don't want him doing any fighting. So Ileana is actually going to be my best bet for this. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm actually going to give her Provoke. And there's reason for doing this. The main thing is that there are some long-range enemies on the first endgame map, and then there's also some other magical enemies that'll be provoked into her later. This is a really good strategy to just kind of deal with some of them, because yeah, I just put Provoke on someone with high resistance, and then my other units are much safer that way. You know, before I finish up with skills, I'm actually going to go ahead and do the stat boost. So, okay, let's just... There's a give all button. And then Ike, we're going to look at who we want to hand these stat boosts to. Okay, so I do have speed wings to use, so I've got magic, skill, speed, defense. Got a resistance stat booster too. Okay, so we'll give him definitely a speed wing and a Draco shield. Okay. Yeah, skill is really the one that you're kind of lacking. And defense. So let's... Yeah, let's give you that secret book and Draco shield. Okay. Yeah, I want to give you a Speedwing, Ileana. For sure. Yeah, we'll give you one of those remaining Speedwings. And then, yeah, you're only 1 point off capped magic. I could give you one of the Spirit Dusts. Peleus definitely should take one of them, though. Okay, and then I have... Okay, magic, speed, and resistance. One of each left to give, so... Peleus still has 3 levels to gain, so yeah, let's go ahead and give it to Ileana. Because Peleus might cap it on his own. Okay. And then, I've just got speed and resistance. I think I'm going to give Rolf the Talisman for resistance. Let's just give Micaiah speed. Okay. And then the other stat boost there is I have the boots, which are for increasing movement by 2. It's the item equivalent of the celerity skill. And I could have actually done this before the last map, and I regretted it during the map. I should have. My plan all along was to give this to Tabarn, so we're going to go ahead and increase Tabarn's movement. So now he has movement 10 unshifted, and I think he's actually 12 shifted, if I'm not mistaken. Might be 11. Yeah, that makes him extremely mobile. Okay, and now other units here, everyone who I haven't already, I'm just going to give all of their items to the convoy. And if you notice with the convoy as well, you can only store up to 300 items at a time, so I might end up filling it up and need to sell some things here, but we're going to go ahead and just give everything to the convoy. Okay, and yeah, I get all the way down to Gifka, so I'm almost to the end of the units here, and my convoy is full, so I'm going to sell a few things that I know I'm not going to need. So, these keys. So there is actually a chest in Endgame, but we're just going to have Soth grab it, so I'm not going to need the chest key. No doors to open. Not going to need that herb. And then just looking at a few of these skills that I know I'm not going to assign. I'm not bringing any Beast Lagoos, so I'm not going to need Howl. I don't know if Tabarn can actually take that. I won't be giving him Shriek for sure, though. These Sky Moon skills, this is the Blessing skill that the Herons have. I took them off of Leanne and Rayson, because I'm not bringing them, so I'm going to sell those. Not going to need Discipline anymore. And I'm just looking for Paragon. Yeah, not going to need Paragon anymore. Or Blossom. Okay. Dragon Foe we're going to save. We don't need Beast Foe or Bird Foe anymore, though. And I guess I could sell all those coins if I wanted, but, that hopefully has freed up enough spots in the convoy to just put everything in there. So let me get back down to Gifka. Okay. And yeah. Yep, I've got 8 spots left if I need them, but I don't have any more items, so. Okay. Couple other things I'm just going to mention while I'm thinking of it here. Soth is only at S and Knives. We need to hand him an arms scroll. Micaiah is going to get her story promotion after we leave our base here, and she can actually reach SS in both light and staff, so she'll need 3 arm scrolls right away. So we need a total of 4 for those 3. I'm just going to check everybody else's weapon ranks here. Ike, I don't care about your axe rank. Soniki, you've got SS Fire, S Thunder. I don't care about Wind or Light for you. Jill, you'll be fine with B rank and lances. When I'm outfitting later, I might bump you up to an A with another arm scroll if I have one. And there are also some in bargains. I haven't looked at that yet, but Marcia should be fine with A in swords. Raphael's weapon ranks. He does not fight. Soren is... Oh, he'll probably hit an S in Thunder if I give him a Thunder Tome, but I don't know if I'm going to. Yeah, that's actually probably a good idea to do. Anyway, because then he'll be able to use a Thoron, but he's capped all his other weapon ranks. Rolf's good, Mia's good, Zehark's good, Nolan's good. Ileana, I don't really care about your fire and wind ranks, so you're fine. Peleus, we did manage to cap all of your weapon ranks. So yeah, it's just the 4 arm scrolls that I'll be needing. 3 for Micaiah, 1 for Soth, and then if I want to get Jill's lance rank, or Marcia's sword rank, or Soren's thunder rank up, I can do that as well. How many arm scrolls do I have? I think I only have 4. Yeah, I do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give Soth his now. That way that's taken care of. And then, yeah, like I said, there are arm scrolls available in bargains here in the shop, as well as a shine barrier, a couple shine barriers, a bunch of Lagoo stones, a worm slayer, and peshkats. We already have peshkats that Volk never used, so Soth will take that one. And then we've got a Varian as well, which we'll probably get for Peleus, but I need to go back to skills and finish doing that first. Okay. So, the top priority here, actually, first of all, let me just see. Okay, you could take Maelstrom, which was Nasala's skill that he had, but it's not actually that useful of a skill. So, instead, I want to decide who's getting my Niles and Parodies. That's kind of a big deal to assign those right away. Nolan's already got Nile. I could give to Barn one of them. I want to give it to my hardest hitters, the hardest physical damage units that I have. So Nolan, that's why I've kept Nile on him all this time. And Tabarn is going to be probably my next highest hitter. So I think I want to give him either Nile or Parody. Let's give him Nile. Okay. The other thing I wanted to just point out. So, attack 62. If you do the math on Kanegas here, Might 22 plus 22 Strength doubled to 44. So, he actually can do 66 attack. He's the strongest unit in the game. Nolan with Irvin, though... Again, I just went right past you. 62. So he's actually almost as strong as Kanegas when he's wielding Irvin. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, back to skills. So Jill, having that Brave Axe, I'm gonna go, well, right now you have Vantage and Imbue. Let me just take those off of you. And do I have another Nile to assign? I think everybody has them. There's only 3 Nile scrolls. It's Ike and Nolan, and now Tabarn has one, so yeah. So then it's just Parody, and I don't recall how many parodies I have. But I'm going to give Jill one of the parodies. Marcia, I kind of do want to leave with Nullify, because there are some archers and some wind magic in the first 2 parts of Endgame. So I want to leave her with Nullify for the moment. I might switch that to a different skill later. Because at a certain point we will stop facing those enemies, and then we can give her other more useful skills. So actually I might save that other parody for Marcia. Yeah, the problem with Marcia is that I was going to give her some bonus XP levels, but I ran out of bonus XP. So, yeah, she didn't really turn out all that well because she's RNG screwed. But it is kind of proof that you really can bring whoever you want, and it doesn't make a huge difference. Okay, I guess we can just assign Ike Miracle, not that it's going to do much. Soren has Disarm right now. I'm actually going to give Disarm to Zehark. Actually, no, I'm going to give Corrosion to Zehark. It doesn't really matter whether I have Cancel, Disarm, or Corrosion on these 3, or on these Swordmasters. Let's give Mia Disarm. Okay. And then, let's go ahead and give Nolan Cancel. Actually, come to think of it. Nah, we will give Zehark Cancel. We'll put Corrosion on, like the mages, I think. So, let's give Ileana Corrosion. Let's give Soren Corrosion. Okay. Oh, Raphael is going to take Celerity. And yeah, again, like I mentioned before, Rayson really is my preferred Heron for endgame because you can give him a Laguz gem and then, you know, you can't chant with him on turn 1 because he has to use the Laguz gem, but then after that he'll be fully transformed for the whole battle, and he has much better movement than Raphael, so I really do prefer Rayson, but for this playthrough I'm using Raphael for another reason. Yeah, we've got like Imbue and Renewal. Rolf could probably take one of those. Yeah, let's give you... Let's give you Imbue. Sure. I guess let's just give Micaiah Resolve. I don't know that we're going to make any use of it, but it's alright. You know what, let's put Vantage back on Jill. I like Vantage on Jill. Yeah. And actually, Ina, let's just take Miracle off of you. And just because she's got the capacity for it, let's go ahead and give Jill Miracle. Okay. Okay, we'll just give you Renewal. We'll give you that 4 HP each turn. And I guess let's... Why not? Let's just give you that parity for right now. Okay, Rolf is good on skills. Mihark and Zia... And Mihark and Zia. Zihark and me are good. Nolan could take one more skill. Yeah, we'll give him Renewal back. Ileana's good. Peleus, you don't have any skills yet. Let's give you... Let's give you Resolve, I guess. And you got 10 capacity, so I suppose... Counter. Yeah, and Counter, not a particularly useful skill in general, but it's alright. Yeah, and then we've just got Ina and Kurth, so... Did I... Yeah, I gave some skills to Micaiah and Soniki, so... Okay, we've just got Kurth and Ina, so you could give them Wild Heart and half-shift them. The thing is, though, dragons, their transform gauges go down so slowly that really a Laguz Stone is usually enough to get them through the battle, and we also have those Laguz gems at our disposal, so we're going to, let's actually give Ina Pass. Might be useful to try to just get her into certain positions, because she's got that strength boosting skill that could be useful. And if I have another Pass scroll, I might as well give it to Kurth. Yeah. Let's actually give Kurth that Nullify, because there is going to be Thunder Magic that'll have bonus damage effects on them. Oh, Ina's a great candidate for Imbue because she has high magic. So when she's shifted, that'll heal 30 HP per turn. And she's already got Renewal. So yeah, Ina is basically gonna 10%. So that'll heal, well, she gains 1 HP, it'd be up to 6. But for now it's 5 plus 30. So she'll get 35 HP per turn. I could take that... Renewal off, actually. Let's do that. Let's take that off and just give it to Kurth instead. Yeah, and she is at her capacity, but that's fine. Whoop. And then Kurth, you could take one more skill with 10 on it. Let's just give you Savior in case I need to rescue somebody with you. You really... There's no good skills for Kurth. I'm not really going to be using Kurth and Ina a whole lot throughout this endgame. Okay. So that should be good for skill management. Supports, let me just run through them here. Oh yay, Tanith and Sigrun can go up. We're not bringing them. Soniki could support somebody. Okay, Micaiah South. These people aren't coming. Yeah, she's not able to support anybody who I'm bringing to Endgame, other than the ones who already have a support partner, so we don't have anybody for Soniki right now. Marcia and Jill can hit a B, which is good. They should be hitting an A by the end of Endgame. Oh yay, these two can go up. Okay, yeah, and Ileana and Ranulf have that support, but we're not bringing Ranulf. Peleus, I tried to set up a Tabarn support for you. Okay, so I could either do Tabarn and Ileana, or Tabarn or Ileana with Peleus. I could probably support them with each other, too, if I wanted. And then the other one, who I don't pick here, will probably end up being Soniki's support partner. Let's set up Peleus and Ileana. And that erases the Ranulf support, and then Tabarn will end up, yeah, and right now, yeah, I could set him up with Peleus or Ileana instead, but I'll have Tabarn and Soniki support eventually, I think. Okay, I'm gonna buy these shine barriers. I don't know that I'm gonna use them, but we'll just stick them in the convoy, and I might hand them to people. And then might need some of these arm scrolls. I'll come back to that. We're gonna get this Varian as well, and Peleus will grab that out of the convoy in a bit. I'm not gonna need the Worm Slayer, and I could buy it. I have plenty of gold, but I'm just not gonna need it. Well, okay, you know what? Let's get it. If you couldn't guess from the base conversations and everything, there is going to be a battle where we're going to have to fight the dragons, so that's why they're giving us a Worm Slayer. Okay, and then the other thing here is they do have pure water panaceas. We can buy as many as we'd like, as well as a Libby Grass. And then these Daemon cards, I'm actually going to get a few of these. Yeah, I could get up to 7. Let's go ahead and get 5 of them. It's more than I'm going to need. But we're actually going to give those to Ina and Raphael. So let me grab those Daemon cards that I just sent to the convoy. And yeah, this way they'll have kind of a viable option to be able to fight if I need them to. Where the hell is Raphael? This is the thing with when you have everybody on all these screens like this, it's so hard to find people. Here we go. Because Raphael doesn't have any other way to fight, and Ina, I'm actually going to give him 3 of them. I might never even use these, but Ina, her magic is so much higher than her strength that this is actually a better way for her to fight things. And Kurth, looking at your stats, yeah, you will fight with physical damage, and your strength is better, so you don't need the magic cards. Okay, then the 2 Laguz gems that we've got, we'll give them to Ina and Kurth. Let me go ahead and I'll actually give this one to Raphael. And Kurth, do I have a Laguz stone here? Yeah, I've got some Laguz stones. Let's just grab these for Kurth, just in case we need them. I'll probably actually just trade him the Laguz gem from Ina after she uses it. But, yeah, anyway. Let's outfit all of our Bjork with weapons. So, Ike, you only need Ragnall. I am actually going to hand you, though, a hammer for this first battle. There are some generals that Ike may fight, and I'll give the other hammer to Jill. Then, I also want Ike to grab just a bunch of healing items. And, oh, I don't have one in the convoy because I think I sold it. Yeah, I'm gonna buy Ike a pure water. And then we'll just load up the rest of Ike's inventory with healing items. So let's give him an elixir. I'll give him 2 elixirs, 2 concoctions, full concoctions. And this way, like, okay, Ike himself will need some healing items at some point, but the other thing is just that, oh, and that was an elixir with 1 use. The other thing is just that this way I always know that I can trade for a healing item from Ike with another unit. Okay, so Ike's good. Micaiah. Let's get you some light magic. Let's go ahead and get you... Yeah, we've got 2 Nosferatus. We've also got Valora. Thani. Okay, fine. And then the main thing, though, is Micaiah is going to be our primary healer for this. Oh, and by the way, in the shop, we can actually buy physics staves now as well. So I'm going to get full physics staves for my healers. Okay, and I'm starting to run low on gold, so I'm going to just quick take a stop to sell some of the stuff I don't need. So pretty much any generic weapon that has uses used up on it, I'm going to sell. And not going to need the 8-use Worm Slayer. Okay, and then, yeah, Nolan and Joel will probably each take these tomahawks. I'm just going to sell the short axes. We'll sell the silencer with 4 uses left, and Rolf will just take the other one. Okay, and then, yeah, heal staves are not going to really be necessary at this point. We're just going to sell all the heal and mend. And pretty much all of our healers are just going to have physics staves, and that'll be their only healing method, so... Not going to need the recover staves either. I'll sell the used up physics, and I'm just going to buy a bunch of them to stick in the convoy. Yep, and Fortify heals all surrounding allied units, so Fortify will be extremely useful for the later part of Endgame. We'll probably save it for the early part. And then these Restore Staves... Okay, I've got 4 of them here that all have some uses left. So, let's see, the staff users I'm bringing are Micaiah, Soren, Ileana, Peleus. So yeah, they can each take one of those Restore Staves. Good. Okay, and then, yeah, I don't think I'm going to use Silence Sleep. Might have a use for Rescue. Can definitely sell the Unlock Staff. Okay, and then any healing items that are partly used up here, let's just sell. We'll just buy full ones. Probably don't even need... Yeah, you know what? We don't even need vulneraries at this point. We'll make sure everybody has concoctions and elixirs. And then, yeah, we'll sell the used up concoctions. Because they are selling concoctions in the shop, so we can just buy as many as we want. And then we've got a handful of elixirs as well. Yep, and then some of these skills now we know we're not going to need. So we're not going to need Maelstrom. We're not going to need Wild Heart. Not going to need Shade. I guess I'll hang on to Wrath. I might stick that on somebody. Not going to need Fortune. We've got our 1 Provoke being used by... I think I gave that to Ileana. But we can sell the other Provoke. We're not going to need this other Savior. I didn't give anybody Smite. I'll just hang on to that one in case I want to assign it later. Got some Laguz stones here. And I guess, you know what, I'll just sell all these coins. Like I said, these are only good for forging items, and since I'm not doing forging as part of my self-imposed challenge, I no longer... I mean, I've never needed the coins, but now I can just sell them. Just to get them out of the way and declutter a bit. Okay, so now I should have plenty of gold and Yeah. So, Micaiah has a physics staff. In the convoy... Okay, we've got these restore staves. We'll just pass them out real quick here. Everybody else who can use a staff is going to take a restore staff. Okay. And then we want to make sure they each have a physics staff as well, so let's go ahead and get 3 physics staves, and then I'm going to stick 4 more of them in the convoy. So let's just give these to Peleus and just have him pass them out. And yeah, I don't know that I'm going to actually need these physics that I've got in the convoy, but I'm just going to have them just for later in Endgame, because we won't be able to access the shop again after this, but we will be able to access the convoy. Okay, and then, yeah, Fortify is S-ranked, so I'm pretty sure that... Oh, actually, Peleus can use it. I don't think Ileana or Soren can. Yeah, they cannot. So only Micaiah or Peleus could use Fortify. You know what we're going to do? We're going to give it to Micaiah, so we don't need a second Thani. And yeah, you know, I barely used Thani at all in this playthrough, which is kind of interesting. That's normally her primary weapon. But we're going to grab Fortify, which she can't use at the moment, but we're going to be arm-scrolling her up to SS and Stab, so she'll be able to use it. Okay, and then let's just equip some other people. So, okay, let's do Soren. So, of course, you're going to need Rexcalibur and Tornado. And then, yeah, let's give you a Bolganone. Yeah, you're probably good. We'll just give you a healing item. Let's just give you an Arc Wind. Okay. So you're good. Then let's just keep doing the mages. So, Ileana. Of course, you need bolting. And then we'll give you the full Thoron. And I think... So Soren can't use it yet. Can Soniki... Did she hit S in Thunder? Yeah, so we'll give Soniki that other Thoron. And then we'll take out... Yeah, let's give you an Arc Fire. Give you a healing item as well. Okay, let's actually just get Ileana an Arc Thunder. Okay, and we're not going to go through all of these weapons for certain reasons that will become clear later, but... Again, as always, I'm just over-equipping everybody. Okay, so Peleus. Okay, Belbereth is going to be your SS rank. We'll grab the full Varian, and we'll grab the Corral. And then, oh, you can actually use that Thoron, too. Let's actually give Peleus the Thoron. And then I'm going to give Peleus, I think, an Arc Thunder, too. Yeah, and I've got Worm or Corral if I want them here. So that's Might 8, Might 10, compared to Might 7 is Arc Thunder. Oh, well, you know what? Let's just give him the weaker Dark Tone, then. We'll give him Worm. Okay. And then, that should be all the mages outfitted. Soth... Let's grab you your knives. So let's grab you the Basilard. So Peshkats is going to be your throwing weapon. That's probably all you need for knives, is just those two. But I'll grab you the Stiletto anyway, and the Silver Knife. You're not going to use them, but we'll just take them. And then let's get you a healing item. Oh, I didn't give Peleus a healing item, actually. Let's, I want him to keep Worm, because the thing is, like, its hit is 75 compared to much lower hit for all of his other weapons. Actually, Belbereth is also 75, but I don't want to use it up, so... Yeah, I'm actually going to corral to the convoy and take out, a healing item. To Barn, you're easy. You just need a healing item. Oh, Sonic, I forgot to outfit you. So yeah, Rex Flame, of course. Cymbeline, Bolganone. And you could use a Thoron, but I gave those to other people. I should get you probably an Arc Thunder. Yeah, okay, I'll get you a concoction, and then, I'll just buy you an Arc Thunder, and you'll be good on, weapons with that. Just so she has a Thunder Tome, because again, we are going to be fighting dragons eventually. Okay. Marcia, let's do you. Okay, so I hammer in Joffrey's Brave Lance so that Marcia can take it. We'll give her that, a Javelin. We'll give her that Short Spear. The Spear is, like, so close to breaking that it's probably not going to be much use. And then Marcia... Okay, your sword rank is A, so let's go and buy you... You could take a Silver Blade. I kind of just want you to have a killing edge, though. And actually, let's give you a Wind Edge, and in fact, this might just replace your Javelin. And then I want to give you the strongest lance I have available here, which would be a Silver Great Lance. Okay, and, yeah, I guess you could actually probably just keep the Javelin. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fine. The other option, though, would be... Yeah, you know what? Let's part with the Javelin. And take a Silver Blade. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then I'm out of concoctions in the convoy, so I'm just going to quick buy several more. And any extra concoctions, I'm fine with just staying in the convoy. Okay, so Jill, let's outfit you. You've got the Brave Axe already. Let's take a Javelin on you. Silver Poleaxe and Hammer. And we'll give you the 11-use Tomahawk. And that Hand Axe. And that should be pretty good for you. Actually, no, let's, we'll have Nolan take that Hand Axe, and I'm gonna give Jill, because she doesn't have a killer weapon right now. I'm gonna give her a killer weapon. And since she's only got the Javelin for lances, let's go ahead and give her a killer lance. Okay, Rolf. Okay, so Brave Bow, Silencer, Arbalest. You're probably good with just those three, to be honest, but I will buy you a Killer and a Silver Bow as well, just to have them. And we haven't gotten the SS Bow yet. We'll be getting that in the first battle of Endgame. Any SS weapons that we haven't gotten yet, we will be obtaining within the first 2 battles of Endgame, so we'll have them all by Endgame 3. Okay, and then, yeah, and the other thing, too, is that I'm good with Rolf only having the Arbalest for the 1-2 range for now. You will understand why once we get the SS Bow. That one can fire at close range, so... Okay, Mia. So we gotta outfit Mia and Zehark, and I always kind of do them together because they're similar. So let's give one of you the Storm Sword and Tempest Blade. And the other one will take the full Tempest Blade and the Vogkati, which is Stefan's SS sword. And I'll have Zehark take the Vogkati, or Vogkati, however you say it. their respective strengths, yeah, Zehark has 1 point higher strength, so we'll give him the strongest weapon. Okay, and then I want... oh yeah, the Brave Sword and the Worm Slayer as well. So since Zehark's taking the Vodka Tea, let's give Mia the Brave Sword. And I guess Zehark... well, we're not going to need the Worm Slayer until later, so we'll just keep it in the convoy. We'll take a Silver Sword. And then I'm going to get each of them a Silver Blade. And each of them a Wind Edge. And then, yeah, I'm actually going to get each of them a Killing Edge, too. And each of them a concoction. Alright, good. So we're good there. Nolan. Okay, so you've got Irvon and Tarvos already. We'll take the Hand Axe and Tomahawk. And you're probably good with that. But let's go ahead and... well, grab a healing item. And you've got 2 more inventory slots, so let's give you a Silver Poleaxe and, I guess a Killer Axe. Yeah, Tarvos is already the same might as a Silver Poleaxe, so let's just give him a Killer Axe. And, let's give him a crossbow, which... oh, I'm out of gold. That's okay, I can sell some more stuff. Yeah, we don't need the Olivia Grass. Oh, yeah, and I've got that Panacea in the convoy. I forgot. I was going to give that to Soniki. Let me grab that out of there before I forget. I did leave her with a free inventory slot. Okay, and then, now we can afford to get Nolan a crossbow. Not that he probably needs it at all, but we'll just hand it to him. Alright, and I think that's almost everybody. Okay, and I should have mentioned it long before now. Great job by me. Oh, these 2 need healing items. But, we're allowed to bring 10 units of our choice, plus some units that are forced. So, the ones that are forced are, Ike, Micaiah, Soth, Soniki, Kurth, and Ina. And then we get to pick one of the 3 Herons. We're picking Raphael, and then we get 10 units of our choice. So let me just count them up real quick. So Marcia will be 1, Jill is 2, Soren is 3, Tabarn is 4, Mia is 5, Rolf is 6, Ileana is 7, Nolan 8, Zehark 9, Peleus 10. Okay, so yep, I've got everybody outfitted. And, I've got Micaiah's arm scrolls in the convoy that I'll be using on her when I have an opportunity. Everything else should be all set. Soth has a free inventory slot, so let me just quick check what all I have in the convoy. I've got, okay, 3 extra concoctions, those arm scrolls, oh yeah, the shine barriers. I'm going to just hand 1 to Soth and 1 to Soniki. I don't know if I'm going to use these at all, but... I do have an idea about what I... whoop, sorry, hit my mic there. I do have an idea about what I can use these for. I'm going to save them for a later chapter, though. I'm not going to use them in Endgame 1. Okay, and then, yeah, just... sorry, I was looking in the convoy. Yeah, still got some javelins in there, I guess, if I need them. Okay, yeah, and I've got some meteor Oh, Ileana doesn't have Rex Bolt on her? Whoops, that's an oversight. Oh. Oh, I see. I grabbed Bolting instead of Rex Bolt by mistake. Okay, that would have been a mistake. Okay, but yeah, we've got Bolting in there as well as Meteor, and I'll do this for right now so I can just continue looking through. So we've got Meteor, Bolting, and Blizzard. We might make use of those at some point. Got some extra physics stabs, as well as Silent Sleep and Rescue. Yeah, we're pretty well outfitted, so I'm going to go ahead and just grab that Thoron again. Okay, and then, was there anything else that I just want to stick in the convoy? By the way, they do offer the Ward Staff now, which temporarily raises resistance. I gave Ike the Pure Water. He's going to make use of that, but nobody else really needs this. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. I can afford 2 more concoctions, so let's just stick them in the convoy as well. I'm not going to need them, but we're good. Alright, and let's go ahead and save all that preparation. And then move out. Okay, sorry about that. It just decided to lag for a second there. Oh yeah, and it's kind of fun that, like, all the Bjork units there are unequipped because I didn't leave anything in their inventories. Funny thing is, Yune doesn't have ears. Those are Micaiah's ears. Right, and she says, our best 11. That count is including Ike, so you only get to choose 10. And then, yep, this is Micaiah's second story promotion. Okay, so now the final preparation screen. So just choose the units that we need here. So Soren. Yeah, it breaks my heart to not be taking some of these people, but these are the ones we have trained for this. So just to go through them. And then, yeah, at the bottom here, they have the 3 Herons. They ask you to select your Heron later. But, yep, we've got Marsha, Jill, Soren, Tamarn, Rolf, Mia, Ileana, Nolan, Zehart, Peleus. Nice. Okay, great. And then, yeah, again, if I could choose Heather or Volk, I would absolutely take them over South, but I can't. Anyway. So yeah, you do have access to this outfit screen where you can manage items still from here, but the reason I did it all back at the base, and yeah, you can access the armory and shop as well from the screen, but the reason I did it all at the base is that you can't access skills here. So if you want to, it does actually make things like the menus a little bit more convenient if you're able to choose your units first. So if you just manage skills at the base and then do everything else here, that's an option. But I always just do it all at the base. Okay. So, yep. We're the chosen ones. Okay, and then, yep, we are taking Raphael, as I mentioned. Okay, and then there are some flashbacks here. I'm just gonna let it play.
So, you were companion to the very first Empress Altina. I am honored that you have chosen to speak with me.
You would trust in the word of a stranger?
Yes, I can see inside you. I know you cannot speak lies.
Is it possible? Do you share some aspect of my power?
I do, as did my mother. Generation after generation, each apostle has been blessed to hear the voice of the goddess. We know of impending disasters, how crops will fare. All revelations originally intended for you.
The children of my union with Altina. I had no idea.
Please, look at this.
That mark.
All of the apostles have borne this brand. It is our greatest secret. The senators must never know. Because of this brand, I thought that I had been born of some great sin. It plagued me always. Guilt tore at me every day as I hid my mark from my people, deceiving them constantly about my true nature.
Oh, child, how can I apologize to you?
And yet now that I've met you, I understand. There is no shame in my heritage. None at all. I will not live in hiding. I will reveal to the world that I am one of the branded. They must see there is no shame in who I am.
No, you mustn't. You don't understand the danger you will be placing yourself in.
Oh, but I do. The senators will do their utmost to rally the people against me, as they did when I freed the Laguz from slavery. But I will not be deterred. If I am to lead this nation, I cannot allow it to be corrupted by prejudice and hatred. I can put the life the goddess has given me to no greater good than this.
Such determination. Your eyes, they very much resemble Altina's.
I will stand before my people and proudly proclaim the truth. And then I will guide them to a just and honest future. This is my promise to you.
Thank you. Your strength of will, the truth that guides your life. You have shown me the way back to myself. I shall return to Goldoa and tell my friends of you and your actions. I will tell them that Laguz and Bjork may once again live together in peace. I will tell them that there is hope.
Thank you, father of my mothers. I I strive to be worthy of the gift of life you have granted me.
Okay, so, yeah, throughout the Tower of Guidance here, through the rest of the game, there's going to be a handful of these memory scenes. And you can probably guess whose memory that was if you've been paying attention. If you don't know yet, don't worry, it'll get revealed. But anyway, that particular memory I don't think is available on a first playthrough. I don't know if you have to do special things to unlock that one in particular. In any case, I should have unlocked all of them based on the things I did during this playthrough, so we will see them all. Anyway, let's continue. Yep, it's Lacane again. Yeah. It's funny how this is kind of true in real life. There's you could definitely come up with some examples there. Those aren't trivialities. We're talking about, like, slavery and oppression. Come on. They were going to frame the herons again. Come on, no one's gonna believe that. Okay, so here we are in Endgame. We're about to fight the first battle. I did forget to do this on the previous screen, so real quick. Gonna use the arm scroll on her light rank to get that up to SS, then equip a staff. Okay, that gets her to S. And now SS and stabs. Okay, and then get her restore staff back out. Okay. Okay, so, yep, we're here. I will do the actual battle in the next video here. This ended up taking actually even longer than I thought it would. I've actually been recording for a little over 2 hours now. It's gonna be cut down significantly because I'm gonna take out a lot of the unnecessary management stuff. Or, well, not unnecessary, but you know what I mean. Just scrolling through menus and stuff. But, yeah, I will play the battle in the next video, and like I said, I'm going to save here now. That video will already be out by the time you're watching this, so go ahead and watch that one next. I'll see you there.